All right, what's up? It's Battery. I'm Jaddeus hanging out at the Scream the Prayer Tour with Maddie. Now, Maddie, I gotta let you in on a secret, dude. I just got emailed your brand new album, Breaker, last night, and I was listening to it, the whole thing up here, the whole drive, and dude, well done, well done.
Thank you so much.
It's a fantastic album. Now, one thing that was interesting is some of the interludes you guys stuck in there, and you had, I can't remember if it's Breaker this or Breaking. ...
They all kind of
like
have,
the titles.
like the Breaker is kind of a recurring character or like personality in the titles of the album.
Okay.
The titles of the tracks.
Right.
Like the first one is called The Breaker's Origin, and then which ultimately kind of builds to the last track, which is The Breaker's Commission, or The Breaker's like sending out.
Right. Now, first of all, who did those vocal tracks for the interludes?
That's a guy named Jose Palos.
Okay.
You can YouTube him, Palos, Palos. He's awesome. He's an amazing spoken word poet from LA. And he's part of a church called the Passion for Christ movement in LA, who are just a group of young people who are just passionate about God. And we just showed up randomly one day just to check it out, and all of us were just blessed and like challenged by their community and some of the outreaches that they do, and just their teachings and their heart for God. And so I kind of connected with Jose when we came up with the concept for the album, and was like, hey, could you do a poem for this? And it kind of turned into a whole other thing. We thought it was just going to be the last track on the album, but it wound up being like woven in and out of tracks here and there, and I think it turned out really good.
That's
really
cool, man. Yeah, dude, I liked it. It broke up the album real nice. It was very cool. Now, this album, Breaker, the last album that you guys did was a little bit more lyrically bold, and this one, like, even more so. And I was just kind of, like, wondering, like, what was was there a moment that just hit you that you're like, dude, I want to quit playing games, and I want to be really bold about what my faith and what I believe. Was there a moment for you?
Yes and no. Like when I joined the band, the first conversation we ever had actually as a band was, let's just go and preach Jesus until he comes back or we get killed for it, whichever comes first.
Okay.
And so we just started talking to people. This is before I ever wrote any lyrics for the band, because the lyrics for the first album were already written when I joined.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody, it's like a common understanding in writing that you're supposed to write what you know.
Sure.
And so we said, let's just not know anything but God and doing his work. And kind of, I feel like from that place, it's been like a natural overflowing into our lyrics and into our live show and into even our private lives, that everything that we do is just simply for the knowledge of God.
That's awesome, dude. Well, dude, thanks so much for hanging out and taking the time.
My pleasure.
I look forward to seeing you in there later on tonight.
Me too.
You're watching Battery.